Hello everybody, it's Simon and Cate here, vlog number 3. So we've had a much better week this week and felt a lot more relaxed, a lot happier, and we feel a big part of that was organising the week ahead.
Hashtag short girl problems.
I'll get you a step. So on Sunday last week we did a number of things that we do think's helped us this week, and we do try and do these every Sunday, but recently certainly we've not been doing it, have we?
No, not in lockdown. I think that's been the difference, hasn't it? We're pretty good at doing it in normal times. And I think because of lockdown we'd stopped doing it because it didn't feel as necessary to do like a Sunday night or a Sunday afternoon meeting like we normally do because we weren't going into work, but it definitely helped this week. Yeah,
so one of the main things we do is we sit down and we plan our week out. So when we're not in lockdown, we look at where the kids are, who's going to be dropping them off, where Cate and I are, and who can do what in terms of travel arrangements. So that's one of the first things that we do.
We plan out our work, don't we? We have like a mini management meeting on Sundays. But for us it's not just a work management. It includes work management, we do that, but it's our whole life management really, isn't it?
So obviously our business and family lives go hand in hand, so when we plan for the week we plan for both. So we do look at where everyone is, who's going to be dropping them off, who's going to the office, and who's got meetings and calls and needs to be out of the house really early, or is going to be back really late.
Usually you.
Well, it's usually me being out early, whereas a lot of Cate's work is done at night in the evenings and things like that as well, so that kind of works nicely. So the other things that we do to make our lives easier are...
food prep. We definitely, I think one of the reasons we've had a better week this week is because we've been on top of eating well, and we only eat well when I food prep on a Sunday, basically, or certainly me. You're better at making better choices generally. So yeah, food prep, so that's like, it's just something I don't have to think about during the week then. We decide what meals we're having for the week. We know what we're having for breakfasts and lunches. I shop to the meal plan so I know we've got everything in. And then just by doing the food prep and having everything ready in the fridge, I find really helps me to not get overwhelmed because I'm not a great cook. I find it really hard. So when you get the, 4 o'clock, what's for dinner, Mum? If I don't know the answer to that question, it really stresses me out because I find cooking quite overwhelming. So just having all that planned out and all the food ready in the fridge really helps me. What else do we do? We pay other people to do stuff for us, don't we?
We do a lot of reading and things like that, and one thing we took on board, and I think it's been in a number of business books, but I think specifically it was in Rob Moore's Life Leverage book, which is basically paying people to do the tasks that maybe you don't like doing, or that take up a lot of time that you're no good at. So one of those things is ironing. I hate ironing, I'm really slow, it's really painful. And now we pay someone, I don't know how much it is, but it's not that much. They come and pick the ironing up, do it all and drop it back off. It's dead easy, and it probably saves me hours a week. You're doing a really poor job on ironing.
Same thing with, we have a cleaner who comes and does 3 hours a week. I actually don't mind cleaning, I quite enjoy it. I know, it's one of those monotonous tasks that you don't have to think about that I find quite cathartic. However, even though I enjoy it, it doesn't make sense to use up my time doing that in normal circumstances. It's fine in lockdown, we've got the time. But in usual circumstances, if I was spending 3 hours of my week cleaning our house instead of doing income generating tasks for our business, the balance isn't right there. So we pay people, we outsource lots of those sorts of jobs to make our lives easier. I call it being smart lazy. I do though. I just think it's right. People think sometimes that it's laziness to have a cleaner or to not do your own ironing or whatever, but there are times, I did a post on this on Facebook, sometimes being lazy is actually a really positive thing because it makes you look for more efficient ways of getting stuff done. So yeah, smart laziness is the way forward. Hashtag smart lazy.
He likes our Star Wars wall. What are you working on?
So I am creating a top tips article for our local Chamber of Commerce, South Cheshire Chamber of Commerce. We're premium members, so they are asking all of their premium people to put together a top tips for business.
What is going on with your hair? You got wings going on. Taking the piss out of my hair the other day.
No! I'm growing out parts of my undercoat.
What do you think of Kate's hair?
Stop!
That's going on.
No!
Yeah. It's a bit of a strange day today. Actually, dressed and ready for work. Because we've got our first site meeting at a construction site since the lockdown began, so I'm actually getting out of the house. Got to try and remember how to drive as well. It's a bit of a strange feeling. So the construction site that we're talking about has implemented COVID-19 controls now, so we're going to inspect and monitor that, so it should be quite an interesting day. So first, off to Manchester. Just finished my meeting in Manchester. That building that. 33 flights of stairs, which was knackering. It's a bit weird because Manchester's pretty dead. It's nice to see some construction sites getting going again. A lot of construction work ongoing now in Manchester. A lot of infrastructure work as well. You see a lot of the roads are being dug up at the moment, or they're putting broadband in, things like that. Obviously they're doing a lot of work with social distancing and things. So I hope you like vlog number 3. Please subscribe and share and tell other people about this channel. We want to help as many people as we can.